Hi, great to talk to you. My name is Jonathon Roper and I'm a mentor with TAD. I'm also the founder and director of Briarbird, a boutique user experience consultancy. We're located in Melbourne, Australia. Our focus in our work is everything pre-build. So we do planning, strategy, information architecture, all those sorts of jobs. Everything to get a company ready to build its digital product or redevelop its website or understand more about its users and what its needs are. Today I want to talk to you about a few things. One is just talk to you about what my journey was into UX briefly, how I got there. Talk around the things about UX careers and why I think they're great. Also want to talk around how you could get started in UX, and then finally talk around what the role of training is and the importance of training, I think, in helping jumpstart UX careers. So in terms of my background, I had a generalist university degree, and I worked as a researcher and then a teacher, and then in 1994, a long time ago, got involved with an electronic publishing company to do CD-ROM, which was a thing back then, and then website publishing. So it was a great experience. And then in 1998, I became a consultant and started getting a taste for what consultancy meant in user experience. So the sorts of terms I've used in my projects, I've done hundreds of projects over the years. And the project terms are sort of called things like information architecture, web content strategies, usability testing, online strategy, digital plans or roadmaps, service design, prototyping. I never describe myself as a technology person or a computer person. For me, I'm really around the users. My focus is on user research and understanding how it can be applied to a design so an organisation really gets the best out of its design. When I think around careers in UX, and why you should consider a career in UX, for me, I'm just passionate about it, and maybe you are too. I mean, the focus of our work is, we help organisations get the right balance. We help them work out what the organisation wants to achieve, and then understand who their users are and what their users want. And then we sort of bring those things together and get that right balance. So the organisation achieves and the users get what they want. It's really great work. I mean, I really like helping people and I like listening to people, so that sort of really suits. We focus on the fundamentals of every product, and that's why user experience researching is so exciting. Our questions we're asking is, well, what is this product or service that you want to offer or should be offered? And who's it for? And what are those people's needs? And how's it going to benefit them? And what will they want? And how will they use it? So we've done this, we have a big government focus, but we've done this for such a wide range of audiences. So we've just been doing a project for people who suffer severe mental illness and finding out, what happens in times of distress, how they can access services. So it's very, interesting research that really matters to people. When thinking about is UX for you, here's the characteristics of what I think, someone who's going to be good at UX is going to be good at. So the first thing, obvious thing, is you need to be interested in people. That's number one. You need to be able to listen to people and to your client. You need to be able to be rigorous. This is an evidence-based discipline. We're about understanding a problem and doing research to validate that problem, designing solutions and then doing research to validate those solutions. So there is evidence and there's rigor around it. You need to be able to separate your opinions, which are interesting, with the evidence. The other thing about is UX good for you, it's the same in any design sort of project, is you need the capacity to be able to listen to other people in your design team and talk around the ideas. You need to be able to have ideas, come up with ideas based on the research. But you need to be able to debate those ideas and step back from your own concerns and think, okay, what's the best idea on the table? What's the best solution for these users and for this organisation and for this project? And I think that at the heart of UX, and certainly my approach, is what we're doing is we're looking for the simplest possible solution. Our concern is how to bring success for users and the organisation. It's not about us showing off our talents. So when thinking about how to get started in UX, I'll tell you, when I hire people, here's the things that I look for. One, do they understand what UX is about, and can they talk about it in a conversational way that makes sense? Are they competent at least in some of the different tools and methodologies? Do they have any specialties? Have they done any interesting projects? So I'm, talking to people who, it might be someone who's got a background in psychology, who's very keen on user interviewing, surveys, and analysis. So that's a great mix. Or I've hired people who come from a programming background but who've trained in UX, and so they bring that understanding of user research principles along with understanding the technical implications of design decisions, which is really important for us. So UX it's a very broad school. There's lots of tools and methods across it, but it's all in that focus of the user. The things that really helped me in my career have been, when I was starting off, the email newsletters that used to come from Jacob Nielsen. Steve Krug's book, Don't Make Me Think, was incredibly helpful. Conferences and workshops. And working with experts on different projects so I could see how they did it. Sort of benchmark myself and learn from them. In thinking around how training can help you jumpstart the UX, your UX career, I think the great thing about training and the way you can use it is you can use it to get an understanding of UX approach and how it can be applied in different situations. And you get access to expert mentors who can show you how to approach different problems and what this might mean in different situations. I mean, I think certainly me and my teaching, I like to talk around the projects I've done and what we learnt and how, and then from those real life experiences and real life projects, talk around the theory of how you get there. Also, training should give you great help to start to develop your skills in the various tools and methods which are in our sort of UX toolkit, as I like to think about them. And of course in that you might choose some of the tools and not all the tools. And what I look for when I'm hiring people is that they've got a range of tools. You don't have to have everything, but you just need to be good at some of the key ones across it. And then I think the other great thing about doing some training is that through your homework you can start to build projects. You can start to apply what you've learned in real life situations, build your experience and build your portfolio. Okay, that's all from me. Great to talk to you. Bye.